made like this. First, I will tell you what is the requirement. So the first requirement will be practical session or language. The second session, the tool which is used for the big data analysis, real analysis, Hadoop will be taught in the third stage. Before taking the third stage, I may take little theory of the big data analytics, what tool is used, how the tool is developed, and what the different parts of the tools are used for. I will take in detail part. So practically we are going to have the class on hands-on session. So be prepared. We'll tell you what you have to have. If anybody is not having that, you can combine and you can ask later. You can refer anywhere and be prepared for the practical session. Is it okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
In that case, I will tell you what is. We'll go to that. And you know what is SQL?
Yes, ma'am. That is a programming language, SQL, used for storage of store the data and manage the data.
Anyone from this class is aware of database management system? Database management system?
Yes,
No?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I had a course, ma'am.
Madangi, Amal, isn't it? Both said yes. Please tell me.
Yes, ma'am. I also had.
Babalu Kumar, then?
Ma'am, myself.
Subhash, Amal, Madangi, Babalu Kumar, Hema also?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Anybody else? Okay, fine. Then answer my question. Anyone from this group? Check. You have to answer the question. What is data?
Ma'am, it's a raw observation from any experiment, what we do.
Directly taking the data from any fact or observation or directly from the field, just without any processing. Once it is processed, it is called?
Information.
What is data type? What is data representation? What is data structure? What is data? Amal, yes, please tell me.
And the type of data that we are using for as information or
Tell me the data type then.
Integer, float, that type of thing.
Integer, float, alphanumeric, string, what are all using? You are using Java, no? Gone through Java?
Yes, ma'am.
In C, C++, you have used that, isn't it? You know better what is data type. What is data representation? What is data representation? Data representation is nothing but the ASCII code, or it is in the numeric form. Whatever the form the data is represented, that is data representation. From this only information we have arrived to the information age. And then what is database?
Collection of data.
Collection of data put together in one place, and you will be able to access the data set. Sadia? I forgotten your names. Is it accessible? The database is accessible?
Yes, ma'am.
So you mean to say that collection of data in one place and it can be accessible. That you call it as a database. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Then the question is the question is to Sadia. What is the database management system?
Ma'am, manipulating those databases accordingly.
So the manipulating data, which one will manipulate the data?
Ma'am,
the data which is collected together and kept for access, isn't it? Then which one will manipulate the data?
Those software.
Where it will be?
Database management system.
Yeah, issues, right? Database management system. Once we were creating database alone in the past history, but later on we have gone to the database management system to say that database as well as the program which is required to manipulate the data, to access the data, to insert the data, to delete the data, to modify the data. For anything, any operation on data can be carried out by writing a program that is in any high-level language. Then program and data together placed in one place is called database management system. And whereas you can have one more module that is for the user to see the access to data. Am I right, Sadia?
Yes, ma'am.
But we call it as a database management system. Of course, assume that we have created a database management system as we are having the SAMs in our system. So all the students are here hearing me. Am I audible? Not sleeping?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Not sleeping? Okay, then it's okay. Fine. So just I introduced what is data, what is information, what is data representation, what is data, I missed one thing. What is data structure? What is data structure?
Array and list.
These are the name of the data structures, but what is data structure?
It is the form in which the data is stored.
Yeah, the way in which you organize the data in the memory location, either in an array or in the stack or in the list or in a tree or in a graph. See, these are all the data structures that it will have different operations. So according to the problem, in which way you want to organize the data in the memory location, different types of data structures are available. You have to choose the data structure according to the problem. Probably Q in the sense first in will go first out, the last in will go last out. Like that, we have to have some operation, push and pop and stack, array, 2-dimensional, 1-dimensional, all those things are there. You might have studied that in C or C++. Okay. Any program starts with data structure. Without knowing the data structure, programming is not fulfilled. Okay. So after data structure, after storing the data, only we are going to database and then database management system. But with the database management system, only for the small institution, only for the certain amount of data we can have database management system. Then we have gone for the data warehouse. If the data is too much and data is collected from various places, we will have one warehouse to store the data warehouse. It works on multi-dimensional way. You can make a query. Even in database management system, you can make a query to access the information, whatever you want from the database management system, as you are doing in the what biological database you are accessing now for your course. If that is taught, any biological databases you are accessing for your course, MTech Computational Biology. No biological database you are accessing?
Ma'am, like NCBI, PDB.
Yeah, these are many databases are there. NCBI, you are accessing everything. You are accessing and you are making a query. NCBI, when you ask for something, it is given. So something is at the back. Whatever the query you are asking, some language, some program is there at the back to make you to display, make you to get the information from the database. So one such query language we are using is SQL, structured query language. Why it is called structured query language is that because it works on the relational database management system. Then what is relational database management system? When we use a table with a row and column, for each entity you have a separate table. So when we use the table form to store the data, we call that as a relational database management system. So in the relational data, where the data is structured in a structure, it is organized. We call that as a structured data. we call that as an SQL operates on it. That's why it is called structured query language. Very important concept in big data analytics. You can use a tool with a knowledge of SQL, and another tool is there to access the data or analyze the data with no SQL also. One more tool is there. So these are all the requirement for big data analytics. Okay. Then once data warehouse is there, you can make a query. And after that, people thought the data warehouse, too much data is there, then we have gone for the data mining. And advanced level of data mining is machine learning. And machine learning, many analytical tools have come up, and we are analyzing the data with these analysis. And that is also we call that as data analytics. Please tell me, students, now we are in big data analytics. What is the difference between analytics and big data analytics? Any idea?
Now, for big data analytics, there will be a huge amount of data, raw data, from which we have to analyze the data and find out the information. Right? For,
Data analytics?
in data analytics, the data amount will be that not that high, or small amount of data will be there.
Okay. So, as you said, data analytics is also analysis only. Big data analysis is also analysis of data only. Not much more difference. Only thing, big data. Then you should know what is big data. So analysis part is the same. Whether you analyze a small amount of data, huge amount of data, exponential growth of data, analysis is same only. But what is data? What is big data? Then what analytics? Data analytics means what is that? Then why you have gone for big data analytics? When the analysis is done on the big data, then you should know what is big data. That's it. So big data analytics is not the tool, is not the software. What is data analytics? You analyze the data. Same way, we analyze the big data, huge amount of data that becomes the big data. What is big data then? Before getting into what is big data, let us explain what is data analytics. Any technology, any techniques is given to analyze a data set in order to see the new information. That we call it as a data analytics. Am I right? Any debate on this? Any technology, any technique, any software, anything which facilitate to analyze the data set to know the hidden information or new information. Okay, this we call it as a data analytics. I'm just only giving the introduction part. You should understand why we have gone to the big data analytics. Is it okay for you without PPT? Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Be able to understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, we call that as the business intelligence, BI queries. We make some query on the data. When we are doing the analysis, we make some query on the data. We call that as the business intelligence, BI queries, which answer for the basic questions, whatever we post. So, these basic questions about the business operation or the performance of the operation. This we call it as the business intelligence. This is already there in our IT field, and we are using in different organizations. This is already there, this data science, data analytics is already there. But now, the analysis has become little advanced. That we call it as a big data analytics. Why this analysis become advanced? Because the data is huge. We thought that we need further efficient data, efficient analysis should be done using an advanced analytics. That's why we have gone for big data analytics, which is nothing but little complex. That process takes some elements which may contain predictive models. It predicts the model in future, and statistically it will give some information. And if this happens, what will happen? Such questions will be answered by the big data analytics. Actually, to be very frank, I can say that it is a complex process to examine the big data, which will give you the uncover information, or I can say the hidden pattern. Some pattern will be available in your data. For example, I can say that pattern in the sense, the people who purchase the computer, data mining, you will be reading, you will be studying this one. Okay, computer automatically get the antivirus data. If you take the data for the past 1 year or 2 years, people tend to get the antivirus data when they get the computer. This is a pattern will be implied. Automatically there will be a pattern, but we will not know. Manually we will not observe and we will not know. When you analyze the data, you may get the pattern also. So such kind of information, hidden information, pattern or statistical information will be given by this analysis. Even data mining is doing this job, not that only big data analytics. But data mining have some restriction for the volume of the data, where big data analysis, the tools, the software, the analytical software does a complex process on this data in order to give the outcome in the to make the business decisions in a better way. That's why we have gone for the big data analytics. Okay, why we are going for this big data in the sense, because we are making a data-driven decisions. Only with the data we make decision on it. So, what to improve the business-related outcomes or effective marketing, or how to make a new revenue opportunities. Otherwise, sometimes you would have noticed that how to customer personalization in Amazon, Netflix, you could have seen that they are giving you some suggestions. Customized personalization has been done using this analysis. You can imagine Netflix, how many people are there, how much data would have introduced. See, these things you will see later when we see the big data. I'm just giving an introduction why we have gone for this big data. So this analysis is very important to make some decision, better performance. Okay, with a new strategy, we can get some benefits. That's why we have gone for the big data. Okay, so what it does actually, what this big data is doing. Actually, it collects the data not from one source, it collects the data from different sources and different variety of platforms in different formats. So it collects the data together. Either it can be a structured data, unstructured data, semi-structured data, mean to say that video, audio, text, Excel, whatnot, all format of the data. Okay, let me ask one question. This kind of data, video, audio, text, all these things, unstructured data, where you could find this data? Now you are in this generation, you can tell very well where you could find this data, unstructured data. Tell me the source of data. Students, you are aware of it. You are using it daily. Tell me.
Ma'am, devices we use.
What devices?
Mobile.
We call those devices as what? IoT. IoT means what?
Internet of Things.
Internet of Things. What are the devices you are using over the internet? Huge amount of data, unstructured data are available. Internet, web server, cloud applications, mobile applications, Facebook, social media, whatnot. Any machine related, automation, whatnot. Though there we have unstructured data. Huge amount of data are there. If you say Netflix, you can imagine that Netflix, social media, Facebook, how huge the data are and how they are making customized, and they are also telling you your preferences are there. They are making advertisement out of it. Do you know that? Do you know that? Amazon, once you choose the slipper, keep on seeing whatever the query you are making, which store you are looking into. They analyze the data by using this software, and they give you the preference according to your favorite. Do you know that? Do you
Yes,
know
ma'am.
that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
In your
ma'am.
system sideways, you will get many advertisement according to your favorite. How they are making it? Individual favorite, personalized. They personalize your desire. How they are making it? Only by these softwares. They analyze the data. Keep on analyzing the data. They make a pattern. Oh, this particular person is interested in this slippers. Such kind of brand. So they'll come to know. So they personalize the data. Okay? Like this, big data, collect the data first from different structure, different platforms. And then once it collect the data, it is processed. How do you process the data? See, once it is collected, it has to be stored in one place. That is a very important issue nowadays. Where to store the data? Data warehouse or cloud? Somewhere we have to have data lake. Somewhere we have to store the data. We should have a provision for that also. Once you store the data, it should be in an organized format and configure and partition the data properly to make the query. Any analytical query to be made on the data. So accordingly, you have to organize the data. Okay. So organize the data. What you have to do? First, you clean the data. That is pre-processing step has to go and clean the data. Unwanted things and unwanted, repeated, inconsistent data, duplication, some mistakes, all those things can be cleaned by some process. Then once it is processed and then cleaned, then only we can analyze the data. There are many simple steps are there for data to be stored first of all. And then only the picture comes into, that is analysis of the data. How do you analyze this data? If we talk about data analytics alone, they're using data mining, machine learning, deep learning, text mining, artificial. I can put it in artificial intelligence. Those things are data analytics. You can use this software or tools to analyze simply the data. But when I said that social media, Netflix, mobile, machine which is having sensor, camera, internet, IoT things, then it's not a joke to analyze the data with these data analytic tools. Then we should look for advanced analytic tools that we call it as a big data, which is nothing but different types of tools and technologies are there to analyze big data. But common technologies and tools are Hadoop. We are using Hadoop, that's why I'm mentioning it first. Hadoop. It's like a framework actually. It stores the data and also process the data. You can handle large amount of structured and unstructured data by Hadoop. That is the reason we have chosen the Hadoop tool for your practical session. Many tools are there for big data analytics. That is predictive analytics is there, stream analytics is there, and NoSQL database, MongoDB is there, and many data warehouse tools. Many tools are available, but we are choosing Hadoop. So that is what we require. Hadoop we require. So what I said, data should be there. Once the data is there, you have to organize the data, store the data, and then the tools or the software you need to analyze the data is Hadoop. Okay? So once you do all these things, then once you analyze the data, the outcome of the data in which you can use many examples I can give you for where they are used. Suppose the customer who are coming to the shop, big marketing companies, they can increase the customer satisfaction according to the buyer performance. Alright, you can personalize there. Amazon and doing, Netflix is doing, Spotify is doing, every people are using big data. And even in our team, education department, you can say that how the students are interested in which subject, what is their interest, what is their personal behavior, all those things can also be monitored using this tool, or I can say analyze the tool. If not, organization you take, any organization you take, there they need this big data analytics to see the marketing efficiency, to improve the marketing efficiency or the competitor, all those things can be handled by this analysis. What is the use of this one? Actually, to be very frank, it analyzes, this big data analysis quickly analyze the large amount of data, even though it is in different formats. That is the last point of it. It quickly analyze the data, even though data is in different format, and also it gives you the better informed decisions. That is main important, and it saves the cost also. And what is the customer need, behavior, all those things can be the outcome of the big data analytics. But one thing I should tell you that even though you say big data analytics, just like that, big data analytics, but it is very, very challenging job. Just like that, we cannot make it. What I can say, accessibility of data is very tough, first of all, and you have to maintain properly. Less experienced people, those who are not having experience, that's why we call it as data scientists or analysts. They know how to maintain the data. We people can learn slowly, but non-programming people also can do this, but you have to have a experience. And the quality should be maintained, that is more important. And apart from that, the main thing is data security. You should have a security over the data. Some personal data you are taking from Facebook, social media, what not. There you have to have a data security. And also to analyze the data, you have to choose the correct tool. These things are very challenging for the big data to be analyzed there. So we need to have some requirement for this big data analysis. So in our class, in our big data analytics, what we are going to check, okay, or out of the requirements, what we are going to teach, that is more important, okay. So if I say that big data is collected from spreadsheet or database or from any emails or PDFs, photos, videos, audios, anything, then we need to analyze the data. Now the question is to you, the data may be generated by people or any organization or machines with huge data. Okay, now my question is, to you, any programming language is required to analyze the data? People are there? Am I talking to the wall or am I talking to the students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I just narrated what is big data, that's all. Okay, that's why I just going, pushing it, okay. Anything? You are not able to understand that?
No.
Any programming language is required for
Yes, ma'am.
analysis of big data?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me what is that? I cannot ask what is that. What appropriate language can be used for big data?
Ma'am, nowadays most of the people are using Python and R programming.
That's good. Python or programming. Better Python is very good for big data.
Yes, ma'am.
R programming they are using, but Python is very easy to learn, and R is also very easy. Scala is also there. But what we thought that next semester we'll go for Python. You are taking the soft code. The soft code is for you, no?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
It is only for MSc.
Yes, ma'am.
My goodness. Actually, it's not correct. The Python should be floated for MTech because you are taking big data analytics. Both can go together. Okay, fine. So what we thought, since it is required either Python or R language and SQL, we thought of going for R language. We included R language in our syllabus. We'll go to the next session, R language. Before that, you should know what is SQL, because there are two tools which is having SQL. With the knowledge of SQL, you can use one tool. Without the knowledge of SQL, you can use other tools. So let me introduce what is SQL. SQL is nothing but how you can access the data. You can make a query on the data which is already stored. Okay, with this we'll start the introduction of big data. Just given why we need big data analytics. That's all. When there are already analysis softwares are there, why you need big data analytics? Okay, so we need some skills also for big data analytics. Analytical skill you should have, and you have to know how to visualize the data, and you should be familiar with the domain, and also programming knowledge and problem solving, how to solving, structured query language, data mining. So many things are there. Okay, at least if you are expertise in one programming, you can make it actually. Lot of money they are giving for big data analytics. If you have this certificate from somewhere, you can join and get the experience within a year, within 2 years, you can make money. That's my feeling. But none of our student is going in that direction. Let us see how far it will work out. Okay, shall we go for SQL now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So as I told you, SQL is required, R is required, Python is required, and you need a software tool, which is called tool to store the data, to process the data, and you have to get the outcome of the data. So all these things are the requirements of big data analytics. So what we will do, just introduce the SQL before you are getting to R language. Next class probably we will be taking your R language. So we are making it short, how we can teach you, so that we can at least complete overall picture of the big data. You should know on completion of the course. That is my idea. Let us go to SQL. Okay. So the MSc students are actually taking this database management. If they go for big data analytics, they will perform well. Okay, it's a Word file. You are able to see? You may not. I didn't share it. Let me share it to you so that you can see that. Yeah. Able to see?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm just introducing it. It's a huge, big chapter, but I just want you people to know. You see, this data are stored like this. I'm taking a bank example to show you how the data of a bank will be stored and how you will be able to make a query on it using this structured query language. 2 or 3 query things I will make it so that you will understand what is SQL. Actually, it will be very useful when you go for big data analytics. In SQL query itself, you can make many things, lot of things you can do. So this is very easy to learn also. So this customer, about the customer, if you see, The table is used for customer name, customer seat, customer seat. Say one table and which branch, what asset we have. There we have three attributes. Attributes in the sense column. Three columns are there. Tuple in the sense row. So branch name, branch city and assets are there. And one more table account is there. Account number, branch name, balance. Depositor means account holder. Say a customer name, account numbers are there. Then who all avail the loan? Borrower name and loan number, and the loan table is there, loan number. So these are all the data stored in a bank. Okay, different tables. Data are stored in different tables. So using this table and the data stored there, we are going to see how we are going to make the table. The another table you are seeing here, we combined two tables together. If query is like that, you need two tables. We have to make a product of two tables, which we call it as a Cartesian product of the table. Here we have made for loan and the borrower. These two tables are combined here. I'll tell you how this combination is done, which is not required at this point because you are not studying SQL. But even then, I'll tell you what is the very first, then we'll come back to here. Okay? So, as you see the table, before the table, it will be like this, or we'll write which table should have what are the attributes. So, branch, we can have these three attributes. Customer, 3 attributes. Depositor, 2 attributes. Account, we have 3 attributes. Loan, 3 attributes. Like this. We have seen the table itself. I need not explain this one. So, students, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
We go for SQL. Till here, any doubt? Any doubt? Please stop me here. If you have anything to ask, please ask me. I'll give 1 second. Please ask me if you want to stop anywhere and if you want to ask anything before I go to the query. Amal?
Yes, ma'am. It's clear, ma'am.
Yeah. Shall I proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. In that case, do you all know there are 2 languages can be used in SQL? I don't think you know that. Let me not enter the class. Shall I keep on telling what is that? What is query language? There are 2 languages. Data definition language and data manipulation language. Data definition language is DDL. Data definition language. Data manipulation language is DML. Data manipulation language. Both can be done in SQL. What is this data definition language and data manipulation language? Saria told that you can manipulate the data in database management system. What I said, data manipulation in the sense, insert the data, delete the data, modify data, update the data, whatnot, access the data, all those things comes under data manipulation language. Data definition language is how to store the data, how to make the data, in what format, how many memory equations are required, locations are required for those things. That these things are given here. Let me show it to you. Suppose we are using this one. We have to create a table customer. Then it becomes a data definition language. Data definition language, once again. Create a table. Drop the table, alter the table. These syntax are, first to have manipulate the data, you need to have the data, isn't it? So the table has to be created and then you have to store the data. And These things are data definition language. Actually, you define the data. How do you define the data? That is data definition language. For an example, the SQL query to create a table is, this is the syntax. Syntax is create table. R, table name is R. R, I can give the table name as student. So I have created table student. What is this A1, A2 up to AN? What are the attributes should be in the table? So I have created table customer here. The table name is customer and it has A1, A2, AN. Here it has attribute that is column. Customer name, customer city, customer street, and also a primary key of the table. Can you see this? It's here. We have created table customer where we are mentioning customer name, customer street, city. All these attributes need to be included in the table, which should have a memory location 20 spaces for in the terms of type data type character and character type 30 memory locations and character type 30. We have mentioned these to create a table. Once you give this, the table will be created with these attributes so that you can enter 30 characters, 20 characters for name. Now, you understood what is data definition language? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Once you create a table, you will be getting a table like this. Where is that? One second. I'm going to show it to you. This is also not there. No. One second. This is also not there. No. You can show it. Say once you created the table, C name, C city, this table will be created. Once you created the table, only this title will be there. There you have to enter these data. Then you have to use the database. Database table is customer. Then use customer and enter this data. Assume this data are entered and this table has been created. Is it okay? Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Second table, branch. Likewise, every table need to be created. In the branch table, we are seeing branch name, branch city, asset, and primary key. Okay. The table has been, account is also created because it's a number. Here you can use numeric also. So account table is created. So many tables are created. Fine. I said primary key is also there. What do you mean by primary key?
Ma'am, anything which will be unique for all the data stored in that column.
What for it is used?
Ma'am, to identify a particular data.
Identify particular data. Primary key, Sadia? Is that Sadia speaking?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. You're right. For this, if you want to get the data for Johnson, in that case, only all other information related to Johnson, that is customer name, will be given only when you have a unique identity ID. Okay, fine. What is your ID number? You have something ID number. By giving that ID, your whole information will be in a position to get, isn't it? Do you understand? If we enter your ID number in our database system, suppose Amal ID I am entering, then all this, whether it is a male, whether it is married, and what course he has done, all those things will be listed out, isn't it? Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Then that becomes a primary key. Not only for that, primary key is used to link or to link the other table also. The same way, the other table should also have the primary key so that we can combine these two tables using the primary key. That's why we have the primary key. Is it okay? Do you have any doubt about primary key? Shall I go? Do you have any doubt? Primary key? It's a unique identification to get all of the details of a particular person, particular tuple, let me put it. Do you know that a row is tuple and column is attribute? Shall I proceed? Students, you have to speak.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Shall I proceed?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, the table is created already. If you want to drop a table, what is created by you, then you have syntax. Drop table, table name. We have created customer instead of R. You can have a drop table customer. The whole table will be deleted. Or if you want to delete only one column, then delete from R. You can tell the attribute name like this: delete from account. In the sense, delete the attribute from the account table. Or you can say delete account number from account. In the sense, delete account number column alone from the table account. These are the syntax only for your reference and giving data definition language. So delete is different, drop is different. To delete the whole table only, you will be using drop. But if you delete something, the whole table will not be deleted. Only the attribute will be deleted. Is it okay? Table will be there. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And if you want to alter that attribute, mean column, you can use the syntax alter table. And the table name could be given and add. In the sense, if you will add the attribute, if you want to drop the attribute also, drop that. Okay, fine. These are all the data definition syntax. And let us come to the SQL data manipulation language basic structure. Okay, if you go for basic structure of SQL, mantra, it's a format construct of SQL is select from where. These three clauses will be there in your query when you are making a query to the data. Select clause from clause and where clause. Select the attributes, the columns from which table and what is the condition. I need not to have all the attributes or all the values of attributes. I need only particular attribute. Then the condition can be put in the where clause. I am repeating. Select from where these three words are mantra for SQL. Select is to mention what all the attributes you want to select from a table. So select will select the attributes, and which table you want to select the attributes, that can be given in the from class. So select customer name, customer city from a table name called customer, from customer, where the customer name equal to Amuda. Understood? Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Select customer name, customer city from customer, where customer name equal to Amuda. In the sense, I need customer name from the table, customer name from customer, where customer name equal to Amuda. I asked you to select the customer name, but not all the name. I asked you to select the attribute customer name from the customer table, where only the customer name which is equal to Amuda. Okay? Then the result will be in a table form. Only will give you the customer name which is Amuda. This is the mantra of the SQL. Very easy query language. Okay? It's not only than one, you can select customer name, customer city, customer address, customer whatever it is. All attributes can be selected from not one table, from different table. When you are going for different table, more than one table, you should make the product of the table. There is the predicate condition. That's what it is given here. I am just showing some of the example. Here you can see that. Find the names of all the branches in the account relation. So, students are there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Shantini?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubt, ma? Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Is it okay? Vishal?
Yes, ma'am. No doubt, ma'am.
No doubt. Hema?
Yes, ma'am. No doubt, ma'am.
Divya?
Yes, ma'am. No doubt.
Arnab?
Yes, ma'am. No doubt, ma'am.
Why Arnab, you are quiet today? What happened? Not doing good?
No, ma'am. I thought that like you will be we'll have the class. I was not sure because last Wednesday you said, and last Wednesday was holiday. So that's why.
Okay. What was the doubt for you? Last Wednesday was holiday, that's why we didn't take the class. All were there in the class. Strange. It was an holiday, no? What holiday was that?
Ma'am, it was a Tamil New Year holiday. And
Obviously, it is a government holiday, then you should not be there in the class, no?
yes, ma'am. That's what. Like I thought that we'll have it next week only.
Okay. Any other thing? Shall I proceed? Awake? People are not sleeping now? Okay then. Madangi is there? Neha?
Yes, ma'am.
Alive?
Yes, ma'am.
Neha is alive. Subhash is alive? Satish Kumar is alive?
Yes, ma'am.
Satish Kumar, are you alive?
Yes, ma'am.
Shall we go?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, please go. We'll come. Okay. Now let us take an example. Find the names of all branches in the account rotation. What does it mean? Anyone from the class? I'm not asking about this one. I'm asking about this query, English query. What is that? What does it mean? Anyone from the word? It's a literal meaning, isn't it? Students, speak out. Sadia,
Yes, ma'am.
tell me what is it?
Ma'am, it is to find out the name of the branches from the table account.
That's all. List out all the branches in the account relation. That's all, isn't it? How to write a query? Select. Okay. Let me ask one thing. Bablu,
Yes, ma'am.
you tell me which is what attribute they are asking for?
Ma'am, for the banana.
Banana.
Yes, ma'am.
So see, you're eating something?
Banana. No, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am.
Bablu, sleeping.
No, ma'am.
What banana
B
is
name,
there?
ma'am.
B name. B name is the attribute, no? B name represents what?
Bank name.
Huh?
Bank name.
Bank name, branch name.
Okay, branch name.
See there, see the question. Find the names of all branches in the account relation. Find the names of all branches. In English query, we cannot say that find the names of find B names in the account relation. We cannot say that because B name is given by us in the title or the attribute name in the table. Let us go to the table account. So select B name. Rename means branch's name from account table. So let us see. Account table. This is the account table. Okay, got it? Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Here, they are asking for list out to find the branch names, all the branches of account table. What will be the result, Bablu? Tell me.
Ma'am, whole second row, second column, ma'am.
Yeah, second column, not a row. It's a complete second column
Second
will be the result. Am I right? Okay. Let us see what is the result. Is that the result?
Yes, ma'am.
So the result will also be in a table. Now you understood? So what is the attribute? Select B name from the relation account. So the account is the relation, but what we are asking, only the branch name, it will be given. Fine. Shall I proceed? So the second query is that we use as distinct or odd. Here I said, find the names of all branches. If you just leave it B name, it will list out all the branches. If you put asterisk symbol here, it will list out all the names. Or if you write all, it will give all the branch names. But if you don't want the duplication, suppose there are two names repeated in the branch name. Let us see whether it is repeated or not. Any branch name is repeated here?
No, ma'am.
Hey, see, who is that said no? Who said that?
Ma'am, Nishi.
Nishi? You have Spexa? Just see. Any branch name is repeated?
No, ma'am.
Hello? In account table, just see any branch name is repeated? Anyone?
Brighton is repeated.
You can see this, isn't it? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Then-
Now I can see.
Yeah. So, I need only the branches. Why I need the repetition? I don't want the repetition. Duplicates can be removed by using a keyword distinct. Distinct. Select distinct B name. Just write distinct B name. That's all. So select distinct B name by load. By default, duplicates are removed. So now I change. What is the table? What is the table we considered here? Neha? What is the table?
Account table.
Sleep, yeah.
Account table.
Yes. See the query again, Amma, and tell me.
Names of all branches in the account relation. So in
Oh, it is given in this. Now,
it's for loan.
it's for loan. So now we have to take the names of all branches from loan. Let me see loan. Anything? What will be the result of this table? Tell me.
Ma'am, in the column, two
First
things are
tell me
repeated.
how many branches will be there. First tell me how many branches will be there. How many branch name will be there?
Ma'am, 5.
That's good. Tell me, list out, spell out.
First one is Round Hill, Downtown, then
Very rich.
Perry Ridge and Redwood, then minus.
That's all. So Perry Ridge is repeated, it will be removed. Downtown is repeated, it will be removed. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes, ma'am.
removing the duplication, we'll get only 5 B names. That's why we used distinct. What is the use of distinct? That's why we are showing that. Like that, many syntax are there in SQL just to make like English, just like English query, we can use this language. Any doubts till here?
No, ma'am.
Okay. As I told you, if you want to select the B name from node, just like that, just leave it all without saying all. Or you can put all. Sometimes we need to mention this all syntax. That's why I'm showing that. Otherwise, you can also use asterisk to select asterisk B name. Means it will list out all the branches with the duplication. With the duplication, what is seen here in the loan, completely it will be showing this one. Okay, without that removing duplication, all means all the branches will be shown. Is it okay? Now, apart from this branch name, asterisk, distinct, all, apart from that, even operators can be included in the select clause itself. I'm showing that select loan number, branch name and amount. Here you notice this. Amount is multiplied by 100 here itself. Just simple computation can be added in the select clause itself. There, it will take the amount attribute and multiply it by 100 and then select that attribute. Understood? It will select the attribute loan number, branch name and also the amount, but not the amount as it is in the table. Multiplied by 100 it will take. From which relation? From loan relation. So far you have seen the queries without where clause. It is not mandated to have a where clause. If there is condition only, you should have a where clause. If there is no condition, here only you are selecting the names. There is no condition for that. So, for this, what will be the result? Listen, select loan number, branch name, amount into 100 from the loan table. I am going to the loan table. I want answer from Satish Kumar.
Yes, ma'am.
Please tell me the answer to the query. What it will become?
Ma'am, it will multiply the amount that 900 into 100.
Tell me the result. Tell me the result, please.
Ma'am, it will give this loan table with the loan 11, 14, 15 on
loan number. Then?
And branch name. And to the amount, it will multiply into 100. That 900 into 100,000.
Isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now it will be what? It will be 100. It will be 100. It will be 100. It will be 100. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
The result will be like this. That's all?
Yes.
Okay. Now you know how to select the attribute and to display it from which table. Then the small computation can also be added into that. That's what I wanted to say. So this is how we are using these 3 clauses in a SQL. Okay? Fine? Oh, it is already given. My goodness. It is already there. Without knowing that, I have added. Okay. Okay, fine. So, let us go to the where class. Now, we have seen these 2 clauses. Now, we'll go to the where class where you can have a condition. What kind of condition you can have. The where clauses, you can add the comparison, logical operators, comparative operators, or between operators. Tell me what are all the logical operators? Satish Kumar?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me what are the logical operators?
Ma'am, and, or, and not.
What are the comparison operators, Bablu?
Ma'am, equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than.
Okay. All these operators can also be used in the where clause, and between, not between clause syntax is also used in the where clause. Find the account number of accounts with the balances between 300 and 500. Tell me who is that? Let me call someone from here. Hema?
Yes, ma'am.
Please tell me, ma. Tell me, what does it mean? Find the account number of accounts with balances between 300 and 500.
Ma'am, from the account table, the balance between 300 and 400, the amount will be selected, ma'am.
Selected. Find the account number of accounts?
Yes, ma'am. Only account number will be displayed, ma'am.
Hello? Hello? Tell me.
From the account table, the account number whose balance ranges from 300 to 400 only will be selected, ma'am.
Shall we go to the table and see what is there? The query is like this, you see. Select account number from account table where the condition is balances. You should select the account number only which is related to the balance between 300 or 500. Shall we go to the account table and see?
Yes, ma'am.
See that account table? So tell me which of the things will be there?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me.
Account number A102 will be selected, ma'am. Then the last account number A305 will be selected, ma'am. And account number 112.
Yeah. Only which is between 500 and 300. Okay. Whether 500 and 300 will be included?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, it will be included. So in that case, this will be selected and this will be selected. Both will be selected and only the last one will be selected. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. You will see that here. Only these three. Why this is showing only the account number? Hema?
Yes, ma'am. We have given attribute as account number, ma'am.
We are only asking for account number and only. Other attributes we are not selecting. Just see, branch name is there, account number is there. We are not interested in that. Balance is there. We are giving the condition on the balance, but we are not asking it to reflect this one. We are asking only the account number. That is the reason it shows only the account number, not the other things. Instead of writing like this, you can use the syntax, select account number from account where balance between, where amount is less than or equal to 500 and amount is greater than or equal to 300. Is it okay? You can use this operator, comparison operators in the SQL where condition. Any doubt? Anybody is having doubt? Give me 10 more minutes. If it is too long also, please bear so that we can finish it off, so that you can go to R. Is it okay? Shall I proceed for 10 more minutes?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Any doubt is there?
No, ma'am.
Okay, then I will proceed. In that case, I will proceed. Okay. Then we have seen the select class and the from where class. Now we'll see the from class. Here, from, you can do a lot of things actually. This is very important class, I should say that, because if you want to combine more than two tables, you can combine by making a Cartesian product of two tables having a common attribute. You should have a common attribute. Then only you can connect the two tables. Okay. For that reason, we are going for an example. Please, students, listen. This is very important. And you can write a query like English language when you are working on big data analytics. Please, that is the reason SQL is not included in that. I am taking for you because you don't have database management system. That is the reason. Please listen. For all customers who have a loan from the bank, find the names, loan number, and phone number. Anyone from the class tell me what is this query talking about? Asking about.
Ma'am, it is asking to select the C name, the three criteria: C name, borrower loan number, and amount from two tables: the borrower table and loan table, which are not repeated. Select distinct, where for which the borrower loan number and loan number is given.
Who is speaking?
Ma'am, Arnab.
Arnab, tell me, you're right. Good. But tell me, Arnab, why we need two tables? Of course, what you said is right. Fine, all customers who have a loan from the bank. What we need actually, what should be listed out? Customer name. Okay,
yes,
first customer name. And then the customer name who availed the loan only, isn't it? Not all the customers. Who availed the loan, and then along with that you have to mention loan number and loan amount. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, of course. But why we need two table borrower and loan? Because you have seen that it is displayed in the Word file, you are seeing that. Am I right? Why we need the borrower and the loan number? Why we need two tables? Anyone from the class? Shall I show the tables?
Yes, ma'am. Can you show the table, ma'am?
Yeah. Before that, let me go to the query and back to the table. Select distinct C name. Of course, they are asking for C name. And borrower.loan number. I do not know what is that. And then they are asking for amount. All these three are the attributes asked to display. From, I do not know why these two tables are considered here. And the condition is borrower loan number equal to loan.loan number. What is this condition? Why this condition is here? I do not know. Let me show the table and come back to this query. These two tables are here. Just see and tell me why you are combining these two tables.
Ma'am, one table, in one table, it is mentioned only loan number and customer name. And in the second table, the amount of loan and loan number is also given. So, for the amount of particular amount of the loan, we need to combine the both table, the customer name and this loan number and amount also.
He is telling something which is right only, but he is not putting it in the right format. Who is that, Bablu?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's go. Okay. Shall I say? Okay. They are asking for customer name, loan number, and then amount. Am I right? Three attributes are asked for. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
When they ask for loan number, it is here straight away you can display. When they ask for amount, straight away you can display. What is big deal? These two can be done quickly. Whereas customer name is not there. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
So we are combining this table. The question, Divya,
Yes, ma'am.
are you there? Okay.
Yes.
Since we need this customer name, we can combine this customer table also, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Why not? Why we are not considering this one? We are going for borrowing. Okay.
Ma'am, combining the borrower and loan table, we can link them.
We
can create a link between them.
Repeat, ma. Please repeat.
And we can create a link between these two tables with the help of loan number. We can see the C name.
Exactly. We need to link the two tables because just like that you cannot say this table, that table, you just produce this. We have to link the two tables. Have you noticed that there is a borrower.loan number? Have you noticed that? Borrower.loan number. So we are making, what I want to say here is choose the table, choose the appropriate table in the query, make a reply to the query. So accordingly, we are not choosing the customer table. Instead, we are choosing borrower table because we have a common entity, common attribute, that is loan number, so that we can combine these two tables looking for the reply of the query. 1 second. Yes, Charles. Very good. Congratulations. Very good news. 10 minutes. Okay. Okay, students. In that case, you can see that here. See, I'm going to combine these two tables. Just see the table. I have created that. We call that as a Cartesian product of two tables. That is C name. There are two loan numbers. We have to differentiate these two loan numbers. So, borrower is the table name. In that loan number, there is a provision in SQL, the table name along with the dot. You can mention the loan number. That's why it's borrower.loan number, loan.loan number, and then branch name and the amount. All the attributes are there in the combined table. Do you see that? You're getting the point?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
That is not the way. I'll tell you how to see that. Each tuple means each row. This tuple, particular tuple, should be combined with all other tuples of the second row. Understood? The first tuple, Adams, loan number L16, should be combined with all other tuples of the second table. You can notice it here. First I have taken the Adams L16. You can see it here. Adams, only Adams for L16 because he has only one known number, Adams. For that, I combine this loan number, D name, amount. Notice this? This block.
Yes, ma'am.
And the second row, Curry, L93, I'm combining all three, same thing, repeatedly. See? For third name, Hayes, I'm combining L15, these two. I'm combining these three, the repeater. So what does it mean? For each table, I have to combine the tuples of the second table. It goes like that. Do you understand what I'm talking about?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Understood, ma'am.
Please.
We are comparing each of the customer name with all in a loan table.
Customer name not alone, customer name. Customer name along with the loan number, combining with the loan number, B name and amount. For each...
Can we sort out in the first table? Sort in ascending order?
Yeah, that can be done. But we are not talking about that here.
Okay.
Whatever is given, we are combining the two.
Okay, ma'am.
Shall I?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. That is done here. The complete table, we call this as a Cartesian table of borrower and loan. This is the way we result of borrower cross loan. Borrower dot loan. Correct? So, now to show that there are two loan numbers, which loan number is related to which table, that is the reason I told you we have taken this. Okay, now we'll go back to the query. Select distinct C name, borrower loan number, amount from lower standard, where borrower loan number equal to loan number. What does it mean? You have to select these three attributes. These three attributes need to be displayed from these two tables that we have done. But only these three attributes are selected only when this loan number is equal to this loan number. Correct? What does it mean?
Yes,
when that loan number is same, then it means the same person. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that is the reason we are looking for that condition. You can see that here. Now, I have to display customer name, branch name, amount. That is the query, isn't it? You see here, what are the three attributes? Customer name, loan number, and the amount. So, I am going here, customer name, borrower loan number, and the amount. These two are not required. But this is here to check whether these two loan numbers are common. So, where this is not common, this is not common, this is not common, where this is common. Got it? Got it? You are able to see that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So what does it mean? This loan number is here. Then it is Adam. Adams is here. So now I will take this Adams, this loan number. Either loan number you can take, any loan number, because which are same. And then branch name is very rich and the amount is 1,300. You got it? You got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
You see here, Adams, L16, 1,300. Because three names are asked for. Okay? Then for the second one, we have to check whether two loan numbers are equal. Only here it is common. So you have to take the branch name. This is the branch name and 500. Understood? So query L19 500. Branch name is not asked for. Only the loan number branch name is not selected. Likewise, case. So I do not show it, then it is understood. You can see that the case L15, L15. Here also it is L15. All others are not common. You can notice that. Very rich branch, 1,500. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that is the reason we are getting this one. So for everyone we have to check like that. We are getting this table as a return to the report. You got it? So this is how the SQL language does some magic to us. And now on, I'll just tell you what are the possibility in SQL without explaining, so that you come to know this is SQL. I just wanted to make you aware of it. That's all. Here, you can combine some of the condition also. The same query you can see it here, distinct CNAME borrower, same thing, but one more condition with the branch name query rich. In the sense, whatever you selected here, you should not display everything. You look for the query rich branch alone and display it. One more condition is this table. Let me show you that. You have to select only the tuple which is common and it should have a query rich branch. 1300 can be selected. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Because the branch name condition is added branch name also. Those tuple pertain to these two common, and one more condition is what? It should belong to query rich. So the first one is selected. The second one is selected. This one. The second one is selected.
No, ma'am.
No, because it doesn't belong to query rich. Third one is selected.
Yes, ma'am.
Like that, you have to see. Condition can be added. Understood? The same query, but one more condition is query rich branch. The result should be pertinent to query rich. Okay? And you can use the rename operation. If you want to give the result in different loan number, if they are asking for distinct CNAME borrower loan number, this in the result you can change the name as like this. Change of attribute name in the result is required. Loan hash as loan ID. If it is loan hash, you can change it as loan ID. That is the syntax. As is the syntax, you can use it for changing the rename. Let me show you that. Select distinct CNAME borrower loan hash as loan ID. Okay, in the result it will not show this attribute. Instead, it will show as loan ID. That's all. Okay. And also in string operation SQL, you can do the pattern matching in the sense query rich word is there. If you want to select all the query rich branch, then you can say that take the query first word, wherever the first word query is coming, you select that query rich branch. For that, the string operation is also possible in the SQL. Let me show you what is that. One. Suppose query, since it's a string, you all know that it is string, you need to have within the quote and using the percentage symbol. This percentage symbol matches any string beginning with query. Okay. If you use 2 percentage symbol, it's a substring of a string. Students, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
My throat is paining. Please be interactive. You know what is substring? Do you know what is substring? Hey, hello. This is the string. You know what is string?
Yes, ma'am.
This is a string, isn't it? Word. Shall I put it like colloquially? Word. String is a. What is string?
Ma'am, like character ABC, these all are strings.
Sequence of characters,
Yes, ma'am.
isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So shall I say this is the string because within the quote it is given.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now substring is nothing but you can say this is a substring or this is a substring. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Part of a string is a substring. Okay. Suppose if I select this one IDGE, we can say that pattern matching, you can find out IDGE. Whatever the word, it may be rich, it may be bridge, with whatever IDGE. Okay. Here it is rich. It may be bridge. whatever the you just pull out all the word. Like that we can say that. That's why we are doing this pattern matching. For that, if you start putting the percentage symbol this side and the word this side, it is string matching. Okay, underscore, only one character will be matched. If you use both underscore, what is this, percentage, then it becomes a substring. Let me show the example, you will understand. So look here, select CNAME from the customer table where street like main. What is this? Both side you have percentage symbol. Then it is string or substring?
Substring.
Substring. Let us go to the table and see. You see here, street, it said street. How many are there? Main. Suppose it is here. Suppose it is here. Tell me the answer.
3, ma'am.
3. What are they?
4.
Ma'am, sand main hill. And that main
one.
And Putamin.
Okay. So you know what is that? Any substring inside the string will, that particular will be selected. Got it? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then these things you need not know. Okay, fine. Then as he asked whether we can make the descending and ascending order, select, asterisk, everything, all attributes from loan, order by amount. The amount alone can be descending order and loan number can be ascending order. So the syntax is descending and ascending. This can be used in, just I'll show, and then you can go to this any website, all are available. Apart from that, you can use set operation, that is A union B. Let me say something to you. A union B. What is union? What is A union? Suppose A is, let me put it like this, chat box. Set 1 is having A, comma B, comma C. And set 2 is having A, comma B, comma C, comma D, comma C, comma D, comma E. Tell me, what is the union of these two sets? What is the union of these two steps?
A, B, C, D, E.
A, B, C, D, E. What does it mean? What you are doing in this union?
We are just combining the both sets.
Combining with the both set?
Without
the
common repetition. Sorry.
Repetition. Exactly. Satish Kumar, very good. Just removing the repetition, no duplicates. Combining these two sets just like that without duplication. Satish, please tell me what is the interaction of these two sets?
Interaction?
Intersection.
A and B. A, B and C, ma'am.
A, B and C. What does it mean? The common elements are taken out, isn't it?
Yes,
A, C is common and we are taking it out. Any doubt? Students, union means you combine these two sets but without duplication. A, B, C is duplicated. So we'll take only once. A, B, C and D, E. Arnav, do you want to ask something?
No, ma'am. Understand.
It's clear? These operations can also be done using this one. By the query, select CNAME from depositor. So customer from the depositor will be taken out and the customer from the borrower will be taken out. Combining union, the repetition will be deleted. Same way, intersection. The CNAME customer from the depositor table will be taken out. Customer from the borrower table will be taken out. The common customer can be taken, listed out. This is using the intersect syntax. We are making use of select. No, I don't want the customer, except this customer, borrowed customer. I want only the account. For that, except syntax can be used. Okay, I'm just telling you what are all the functions can be done in SQL. Okay, apart from that, aggregate function. Here, only one value will be returned because we group the amount. Average value means 5. What is the average of 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tell me the average value of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And 3.
3.
Huh?
3.
3.
What you did? Add all the elements divided by number of elements, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Add all the numbers divided by number of numbers, isn't it? You got 3. So what does it mean? Group the value and you are getting return value single value. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
That is also possible in the SQL. Minimum you take out the group of the number, maximum out of the group of the member, sum the numbers and give only one value. Count the numbers and give you one value. Those things are also possible in SQL by using the syntax. Find the average account balance at each branch by using the syntax average. For that, select bname average of balance. In the sense, in the replay, bname will be the average of balance from the account table. Group by bname. Group by means only for particular branch name you take this balance. Okay, like that you can do it for 2 or 3 tables also. Here instead of average we are going for count. Same but taking 2 tables. I'm just showing, I'm not explaining, I'm just showing what are all the possible in SQL. Even the condition you can have. When the SQL, when you use this group by, you cannot use the where clause. Instead of where, if you want to give a condition, you can say that having the average balance greater than 1,200. Same query we have taken. Select bname average of the balances from the account table. You do the average of balance. Only for the branch name you give the balance. Condition is that the balance, when the balance is greater than 1,200, you just give it, otherwise don't give it. That is the condition. So likewise, SQL, just like English, you can make further condition. Here, apart from this condition, only for the Vancouver city, which has at least 3 accounts, ask for any query. So the conditions can be given in the where class. If the group by name is used, you need not give the condition where we can use the having average. This is all about the glance of SQL. I just wanted to make you understand what is SQL so that in future, if you do your project in big data analytics, it will be useful for you. That is the reason I'm taking SQL. I can say that SQL you can apply and then go. But I don't want to do that. That is the reason I'm asking you to. I'm making you to aware of something. Any doubt? At least now you know what is SQL query, isn't it? You will not say
Yes,
I
ma'am.
don't know what is SQL, no? Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. It's understood.
Okay, fine. In that case, I'm happy that you know SQL in one class. That is very good because we have to move on to our language now. Okay, next class, we'll take it practically. Next Wednesday, you join the class. I hope that is not a holiday. So join for, so I think all will be there. Paul, Vignesh should be there. So practically we'll take the R. I'll introduce the class, then practical class they will be handling. I request you, the students, you are only 7. How many students are there? Arna?
Yes, ma'am. All the students are there, ma'am.
No, what is the strength of your class?
Ma'am, 16 presently.
Yeah. 16 students are there. I request you, you just keep your system. I'll ask the HS scholars, they are not allowed here today onwards. They are asked to go out of the campus because it is very serious in Pondicherry. Too many cases are there, deaths are too many. That is the reason lockdown has been announced here. So only faculty people are coming till Friday. I don't know, after Friday, Saturday, Sunday, complete lockdown is announced here. So it is very difficult for us to meet here. We are taking the online classes only from home. Sometimes some internet issues will be there. Since we are taking classes from the department, there is no issues. But I do not know next week. If suppose the class is going to be taken from the home, from the people, internet issues will be there. Bear with it. Sorry. Anyhow, we'll complete the syllabus. Okay. At least you will know what is big data, what is R language. What I want to say here is you will get the announcement what you need to have for R language, what need to be installed. All those things will be given, instruction will be given before next class. Be ready with that. And if possible, you show the demo there and there. If you have any doubt, then and there itself you ask because we don't have time for clarification. Is it right? The practical class itself, you do it by yourself in your system, directly. Whenever they say, you just take your system and make it. And you can also present it if you want. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't want to make it theory class as well, practical class. Straight we are going to the practical class because we are all MTech students, you can understand. Any objection? Any debate? Any suggestion?
No, ma'am.
Yes, Satish, please go.
Ma'am,
Please go.
ma'am, on clarification.
Yes, please.
Ma'am, so we have classes on Wednesday from 2 to 4, like this. No classes on Tuesday, no, ma'am?
No class.
Okay.
I already informed Subhash. We need some time. 1 hour we cannot complete because we are going to have practical session thereafter.
Yes, ma'am.
Directly we are going to explain in the system only. Satish, you want to ask something?
Yes, ma'am. Regarding the subject that algorithms in computational biology.
Okay.
Ma'am, I mean, there is no update regarding that. Whether the periods is scheduled on as it is in the time table, you will be available or any changes.
I'll kill you. You should know that this is not that Amuda.
Oh, sorry, ma'am.
Hey, students, please make a note of it. I beg you. Please, my spelling is Amouda. French spelling. I'm coming from Pondicherry. I am French thing. Please don't confuse this. I am Amuda. Amouda. Don't ask such questions to me. It's not my subject. Otherwise, you are thinking that so far I will not give instruction regarding the class. It's not my subject.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
So maybe she will be handling that class. But I request you in the introductory itself, I told you, what is induction program itself, I told you, aware of my spelling, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Amouda, it's a French spelling. My tag is French. Just attach my tag, French. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Be aware of it. Okay. Because some answer sheets people are sending to me, do not do that. I am not encouraging that. Okay? And certain personal mails also coming to by me. After seeing the mail ID from the website, please don't do that. I don't want to see others' mail. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine, fine. This is not for circuits, this is for all students. Okay? Take care. Beware of corona. The second wave is too serious, very severe. Please don't go out. Okay? Because we are not seeing you at all. Okay? We are thinking that sometimes at least third semester we should be in a position to meet. And for us, unfortunately, we are not meeting. But it's okay. The time will come. Is it okay? I'm the person to contact everyone directly if the class is here, in the campus. I'll never leave you. I like to see the people. Eye contact should be there, not like this. I don't like to take class, actually, online class. But what to do? We cannot help it, no? Very, very severe. Take care. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Please beware of corona. Take care. And we'll continue this class on next Wednesday. Be ready for the practical session. Is it okay?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.